bear with me. It is not only with excitement that I welcome you this evening, but with hope. My very soul exhales with a bit of relief because celebrations such as these send an inclusive and supportive message to our LGBT students, staff, and families. The message through our celebrations and policies enhances the protection of the basic rights of physical and emotional safety. The New York City Department of Education has and continues to pave the way for other school districts in the country to create and maintain physically as well as an emotionally safe school environment for all. Only love makes a family, nothing more, nothing less. This was a mantra, a saying in the early 90s, long before the big equal marriage debate. The debate then was for the rights of same-sex couples to retain custody of their own children, to enjoy the right to adopt, to have the names of both parents on their child's birth certificates, for same-sex parents to have the unquestioned right to sign their own child out of school for the day. That is no longer a debate, yet their children sometimes face debates of their own. Their family tree perhaps is perceived as wrong, missing the heteronormative parent construct, having to explain and justify what they call family, rather than have their project hung up alongside everyone else's, unquestioned and affirmed. Yes, we still have work to do, but events like this pave the way for those conversations. But yes, indeed, only love makes a family, nothing more, nothing less. Another saying in the 1980s was a mantra: we're here, we're queer, get used to it. The lack of support from government agencies and policymakers, religious communities and families in the midst of the devastating AIDS crisis sparked such claims from an activist group called ACT UP, protesting that gays and lesbians were not being equitably or ethically served. Not much later, the term most used in reference to LGBT community was tolerated. The community was to be tolerated and practice tolerance. The word tolerance was batted around in protest conversations and even on bumper stickers, as if being gay were something others must grin and bear, as one might a root canal or bad weather. We talk today not of tolerance, and not even merely acceptance, but of respect. A respect where no one has to fear for their job because they are gay, lesbian, or transgender. A respect that not only allows for but expects to extend the full benefit of those legal rights unquestionably afforded to those who are not LGBT. A respect that seeks ways to be upstanders rather than bystanders, to be institutions that embrace rather than disgrace. A respect where our students don't and will not, as performer Macklemore raps, walk around the hallway with a pain in their hearts that some would rather die than be who they are. But instead, our LGBT students at the DOE will hear of events like these and know that they are not alone. We look at recent events and contemplate the strong possibility that someone despised himself so much for having same-sex attractions that he might have struck out with such a vengeance toward those who shared his inclination. A societal message of respect, acceptance, and equality minimizes the existence of that sort of pain and self-hatred, which drives people to hurt themselves or others. But celebrations such as these minimize those inner struggles and invite students to look at themselves in the mirror and smile, and to look at us and see a smile in return. It is not about tolerance, it is not about acceptance, it is not about screaming, "We are here, get used to it." What it is a celebration, and a celebration of we, not of they. The DOE is part of the LGBT community, with so many of its staff, students, and families among us. The LGBT community is a part of us. LGBT celebrations and parades and events are about more than gender and sexual preference. It is about love, love of others, and love of self. It is an event like this, celebrations, acknowledgements, promises of protections, and embracing of differences, that we set an example for school districts across the nation that only love makes a welcoming and safe learning environment. Nothing more, nothing less. Thank you.